Alright, let's see what we have here. Magic. What do I want to put on here? Get rid of that. Let's put... Black Flame. Nah. Let's put Wrath of the Gods on here. Okay, so let's talk about the magic here. Specifically those two that I talked about. Black Flame is in the DLC. There are only 4 new types of magic in the DLC, which are all based on dark manatee themed stuff. It's Pursuers, which you can get from getting rid of Manus's soul, the final boss's soul, for Snuggly the Crow. Get rid of the thing for Snuggly the Crow. And did I? Yeah, I got that. But I did, and I remember the name of the crow thing, and the Black Flame is Pyromancy, but the other 3 are spells. So you either have to use Pyromancy Flame, or a Catalyst. You can also get the Catalyst that Manus holds in the DLC when you're fighting him. The cane or the item that he's holding in his creepy ass hand. You can get that Catalyst, but you also have to do a Catalyst with his soul. So you either pick, do you want a spell, or do you want a Catalyst? The Catalyst is not as powerful as the Tin Crystallization spell, but it's the second most. But it's close. It's I think 197, while the Tin Crystallization is 240. But they both have a side effect. Whereas, let's say if you had Lightning Spear, which had 10 uses. If you were no, that's a miracle. Never mind. Let's say Soul Arrow had 10 uses, just plain old Soul Arrow. That would be counted down to 5, because if you're using that specific Catalyst, because it does way more damage, but at the cost of having your casting uses, which kind of sucks, but it balances out. Now, I picked up the Gold Pine Resin. That is very useful against dragons, because they're weak against electric lightning attacks. I say electric because I'm used to Pokemon, and everything else that you use is electric as the type name. Whatever. Anyways, we are going to get a right after we kill this, and he is dead. I'm using the broadsword. If you guys didn't see me equip it, the broadsword that we picked up this playthrough. I might switch back to my Abyss Greatsword +5, because this is a Black Knight. They are scattered throughout the game. They do not respawn except for in one area, and in that one area is perfect place to farm for either their weapons and shields, or the different colored chunks, along with the regular chunks. But if you want to farm for slabs, you want to go down to New Londo Ruins after it's been drained. And if you guys are watching this and you're like, what the fuck are we talking about? I'll explain everything when we get to it. So I got the Black Knight Sword, and there's the blue Tearstone Ring. Black Knight Sword was the sword he was just using, and it's considered a great sword by, your player character standards, because when you're holding it like that, with single-handedly, or in general. But anyways, if you can get that on your first playthrough, you start out pretty good. Blue Tearstone Ring increases your defense when your HP starts going lower. I think it's below 20% or something like that. Now, I use the Master Key to activate this shortcut down to Darkroot Basin, which we are going to go kill a giant enemy. But first, we're gonna go kill either Havel, the Rock, one of a guy important in the Dark Souls lore. I wouldn't say extremely important, but he's important enough. And let's get the cursed one. Havel the Rock has the you can have all of his items. If you kill him here, you get his ring, which increases your item and equip burden by, I think, 20%. It sounds about right, maybe 10%. But it's very useful if you're wanting to wear and use heavier things, especially that, because you gotta have seriously high stats for that if you want to fast roll in that. So he's wielding the Dragon Tooth, which was his giant ass weapon. So there's Havel's ring. We also have to use the master key from that side of the door in order to open it, but from the other side you don't have to. So here's Darkroot Basin, which is the lower area of Darkroot Garden. There are all these crystal golems, and they may look golden from gold from a distance, but they're not. It's just lighting. When you get up near them, they're blue, and I guess that works. That's a Hydra that's shooting all that water at us. I think there's only 2 in the game. There's one here and one in Ash Lake. So what I'm doing here is I'm just letting the Hydra just kill all the crystal golems, so it's easier for us to, maneuver around. We don't have to worry about the other golems. And shit! I thought we dodged that. There's a blue Titanite chunk, which they do drop. Now, these crystal golems here, these ones do respawn. All blue crystal golems respawn, but this Hydra does not. So when it growls like that, it does that. It's telling you, I'm gonna fucking shove all of my heads up in your face. And I'm trying to use my sunlight spear, but I don't think it's gonna be working. So I'm gonna try probably one more time, a little bit closer. Nope, still doesn't reach it. Because it's a lightning-based attack, so it should be useful. Let's switch to the Dragon Slayer Great Bow. That's the best bow you're gonna get. It's better than Goth's Great Bow, even at +5. And okay, 215. That's screw it. Just use the sword. The item right next to me is the entire knight set, which is the starting set that you get when you pick a knight. So if you pick another another class, and then you get down here, you can get this armor set. You can get every single armor set that you can get everything that the other classes have. They're just scattered throughout the world. Yeah, let's go with the obsidian. This obsidian greatsword, holy crap, it's a pain in the ass to get. It's a dragon weapon, and all dragon weapons are you get off of the tails of the dragon. Moonlight Greatsword, the Great Sword, the Dragon King Great Axe, the Dragon Great Sword, everything. So there's I just took the knight set, even though I don't need it. I think from now on, I'll do all the bonfire stuff, like, off camera. Like, if I'm just trying to organize my inventory, I'm gonna do that off camera for you guys, so you don't have to deal with me fumbling through the minutes of doing it. But, I hit a tree. Okay then. So what we're doing here is we're killing the Hydra, and then we're gonna save and quit to activate, to cause a golden golem to spawn. And there are only, I think, 2 or 3 in game. No, 3 in game. One of them, none of them respawn, but 2 of them have NPCs. So when you cut off enough heads off the Hydra, you don't have to worry about it hitting you every single time when you're close up, because the heads go in predetermined locations like that. I think maybe 3 or 4 more shots. That's weird how that how Goth's Great Arrow floated with it. I think maybe And I missed. Tried to shoot the neck, but probably shouldn't have. One more. There we go. So you get a dragon scale and a ring from this one. The other one, you only get, like, I think 2 dragon scales. So you get Dusk Crown ring, and now we're gonna, I think what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna show you where the golden golem's gonna be. It's like right over there, and I'm gonna save and quit, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, now we're gonna run over there to the golden, golem, and there is a deep point in this pool. I'm trying to show it. I'm looking too steep right now. You can see. If you guys can see it, and yay, but if not, then don't worry. But there is a deep point, especially when you're fighting the Hydra over where I was. You can definitely see that. Just like, you can see a little green, and it just stops. You don't want to go past that, otherwise you just fall into the water and die. Even by those stats, even by my stats, I will die, because you can't get out. It's an insta-kill. The thing is, it's interesting to figure out what areas are insta-kills with this character, like with stats like this, like max stats where I cannot die except for that, or being cursed. It's interesting that, because when you get cursed, you instantly die, and then when you respawn, you have half health. And then, which, fortunate enough for me, and that is the special. All dragon weapons have a special attack like that. But it severely, it drains like 50 durability off, so you don't want to use it too often. So here's your character.
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Yes.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. It seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
So she was trapped in that golem for so long, like an insane amount of time. But we'll actually come back here again into that specific corner, because that's where the DLC is. We have to go to the Duke's archives, which is later in the game, after we ring both Bells of Awakening and defeat the third main area. The third fortress, it's Sen's fortress. That ladder that I pointed to earlier was to upward. You go up to Darkwood Garden. We're not going to go there until after we get through the DLC, because there's a where the hell's this? Where the fuck is it? It should be glowing bright as day here. Oh, wait, what the... Okay, normally you're supposed to... There we go. Normally you're supposed to be... It would be glowing there, just like Solaire of Astores was when we summoned it... Oh, when we... never mind. Talking too far ahead. But summon signs are supposed to glow...
I am Dusk of Ulasil.
Brightly.
It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thine wishes.
So we learned the proper bow gesture from her. And we can buy these. Okay, so these are just light-based miracles, but cast light is extremely useful, especially if you have not, if you do not have 30 humanity and are
banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue,
Chaos Servant,
long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth. The sorceries of Ulasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulisil's sorceries are what doth one. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself.
So,
does thou not find some
trailed off for a
fascination in
second.
these discrepancies?
But the
Wait,
if you have 30, if you get to rank 2 of one of a certain covenant, and we'll talk about that covenant later. When we get there, it's right after the second Bell of Awakening. If you get to rank 2, you can open up a shortcut, and in that shortcut there are these little like sunlight maggots, and all of them but one respawn, and the one that does not respawn, you can get it will always drop itself like as a drop, and you can wear it as a hat, and it will give you permanent like actual light. It'll be as if you're having a permanent cast light spell, but the durability is at 8, so it's extremely low. But the good thing is, it makes one of the later areas in the game extremely easy. But still, like if you don't have either cast light or the sunlight maggot helmet, you're kind of fucked. And when I say kinda, I mean really fucked. I'm using the Astora. I'm using the stuff that we got from the Undead Dragon area. Is he here? No. It's not on this side. There, if you have your weapon equipped, you want to start swinging like crazy. I think it's these barrels right here. There he is. That is a crystal lizard. They look very different from demon souls. Very, very different. They're a lot easier to hit because they're bigger and wider. The other ones were just glowing blue. They were just little salamanders that glowed blue. Demon souls, and they were much harder to kill. And they did respawn, but these ones don't. I mean, if they disappear, they disappear. I think. But here you want to kill these two guys first. That's the first thing you want to do. I got a light crossbow and a hollow soul challenge. If this was my first playthrough, I'd be doing pretty good. So up there is where a boss is gonna pop out, which later in the game becomes a normal enemy, not a mini boss, a normal enemy. After you kill a boss in said later area, watch this. So that's the whole point. It's the first boss that you fight in Lordran. And I am doing way too little damage with this Storage Knight sword. So I'm going to go there, do this. This is much easier. There we go. So the axe that he holds, you can get it. It's extremely rare for the Taurus demon boss himself to drop it. I don't think he does, though. I'm not sure if he does. He might. Not entirely sure. Yeah, I was just checking out the shield. The crest shield and the dragon crest shield are essentially the same. I think the dragon crest shield has higher fire resistance. I'm not sure. Now, that's to the lower Undeadburg. Now, this NPC here is Solaire of Astora. He'll have a few extra lines of dialogue. You want to keep on talking to him and say and answer yes to him.
I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent
I can't do that anymore because I already did that on my
Sunlight.
first playthrough.
Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
So after he says that, you talk to him. He's like, "Oh, you're not frightened by me?"
There. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a if only.
Yeah. So that would be his final thing. But he would say, if you agree, yes, he'll give you a white soapstone, either white or orange. And yeah, you want to run to that point of there, and then just getting you, because there's going to be a red dragon, red drake, where you can get the drake sword from shooting off. You can cut it off, or you can shoot it off. Much easier to shoot it off. I'm going to try. So here is where you can shoot. Go down. This is where the bow that you bought and the arrows that you bought. Buy, you know, I'd say buy 50 to 100 if you can. If you need to, just farm and just shoot. You gotta get the right rhythm. And I keep missing. I'm trying to, because I cannot believe I actually shot the pillar. I think I hit. I hit too high on that. I'm not sure. You have to hit kind of where the bulge is at. The bulge is where the spike, like right before the spike at the bulge, right around there, where right there. I don't know why he jumped up, but I think one or two. Yeah, I switched to the great arrows to see if it would work. I will get this. I mean, if. Let's try this again. I missed there. Yeah, I wouldn't try. I'm screwed. Just don't try doing that. On the like, as he's on the bridge trying to like, who the fuck did that kind of thing? There is still a crossbow guy, which I don't know why he's still there. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Screw you, crossbow. There we go. Got it. It only takes a few. So I'm gonna. Let's see if I can. Yeah. When you first play this game, go under the bridge. Do not fight the dragon until you can either just shoot him with great arrows from the safe end of the bridge, or you know. I think I'm just gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna actually try and kill him. There was, when I was playing on my other profile, when I was just blazing through, when I ran under the bridge through that gate up there, what's really weird was that he flew off into the distance and he didn't respawn. Maybe it was, when he does that, it's easier to block because it's emanating from a singular point. And there we go. I mean, I have so much health, it doesn't matter if I get hit a couple times. And I didn't mean to do that. Anyways, what's cool about it, about this is that this dragon pays homage to this drake pays homage to the red dragon in Demon Souls. And what the fuck was that? I don't know how I did that, but that was something. When he jumps back like that, it gives you a better time to. I can't see his health bar, so I don't know how much I'm damaging him. I'm taking forever. Anyways, and I missed. Anyways, keep saying anyways. Gotta stop saying that. But as I was saying, there is a red dragon in the first world of Demon Souls. You can kill him, I think, in 1-2. If you're in pure white tendency for that world, they do both the blue and red dragon do not appear, but but you can kill both of them. I think it's harder to kill the blue one, and you get like a trophy from killing the blue one. There's like, I think I was helping one of my friends with the guide on it. Like, it's like, use the Dragon Bone Smasher at these two bodies that make an X, and just use a strong attack, and you'll nick him every time he flies by, and keep on doing that until he dies, or something like that. And I think the reason I got into this game so much was because of Demon Souls. I never played Demon Souls at all. I've always like read up like crazy about it. Like, I think the one weapon that really got me was the Northern Regalia, which is formed from 2 other weapons. And right now, wait, I'm gonna wait until he just goes away. I'm just gonna run to If you can get to the bonfire, I don't know how that did not affect me, but whatever. I'm gonna just say run. There's a claymore. There's a soul of a nameless soldier. And there's a light crossbow. And I think there's one. I don't know why I did that. Let's just run into there. Ah, stupid dragon. But anyways, the Northern Regalia is like the strongest weapon in the game, depending on your stuff, on your world tendency or your character's tendency. If it's pure black or pure white, it's super powerful. But yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy doing this Let's Play real yeah.